think, in the different part of the country.
All right. Thank you so much, Ajay, for all those details on that story. We are shifting focus now. The family of a Delhi couple who died after being left trapped in a mangled car on the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway last week has questioned the apathy of the authorities and the public, which might have led to the two deaths. 42-year-old Lacchi Ram and 38-year-old Kusum Lata died last Tuesday after their WagonR was hit twice in 22 minutes, with both the drivers leaving the couple trapped in the car bleeding. Several vehicles passed the mangled car, but none stopped to help as the couple remained in the car for over 8 hours before their bodies were discovered. The 62-year-old Singh stated that the family was informed that the expressway stretch is monitored by both the NHAI and local police units. Where were the police patrol teams? They would have survived if timely help had been extended, he said. Let's in fact take a look at what the timeline of the exact accident is, and we'll take you across to how that tragic accident actually took place on the Mumbai-Delhi Expressway. Now let's look at this case, the full timeline over here. It started on last Tuesday night. Lacchi Ram and Kusum Lata were travelling in their WagonR, which was actually hit twice near 60-kilometer marker in Faridabad. So this happened at the 60-kilometer marker near Faridabad. At 12:14 a.m., a dumper truck actually rams from the rear of the car and flees from the spot. At 12:36 a.m., a speeding Ertiga actually rams into the WagonR again. And from 12:36 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., what actually transpired? The couple was trapped inside the mangled car for nearly 8 hours, no help, despite passing traffic, and claimed that there were hourly NHAI patrols. So for nearly 8 hours, that couple was inside the car. At 7:38 a.m., villagers actually spot the wreckage and then alert the police, and the couple were already found dead inside the car, unfortunately, at 7:38, and this happened at 12 at night. The same day then, an FIR is filed against both the fleeing drivers, and bodies have been sent for post-mortem. So this is the timeline that actually took place over here. On December 9th, 2025, the family slams the patrol only on paper and demands accountability, and investigation is currently ongoing. So this is the entire timeline that actually took place, and now the family is demanding where were these patrol cars when they were actually needed on the highway, because the couple was actually left bleeding inside the mangled remains of the car for over 8 hours. Joining us on the broadcast will be an expert who will speak on this topic, but remember that this is a very, very tragic incident that has come to light, and this is a couple, 42-year-old Lacchi Ram and 38-year-old Kusum Lata, who actually died last Tuesday, and their deaths could be avoided. We had two cars actually ram into them, a dumper truck and an Ertiga, and both the drivers actually fled from the spot. All right, joining us on the broadcast is L.N. Rao, former police officer. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. Very tragic incident is coming to light, sir. A couple was trapped inside the mangled remains of a car for over 8 hours. Lack of apathy by the public, but also by the government authorities, because the NHAI claims that there are hourly patrols on such highways, but none came to the rescue, sir. For 8 hours, they were left bleeding inside that car, and now the family is claiming that if timely intervention had taken place, these two innocent lives could have been saved, sir.
Good evening, good afternoon, rather, and to all viewers. And this is really a very tragic incident, and it speaks about high degree of apathy on the part of the system, and more particularly about the public. 8 hours continuously trapped in a car that is very cramped, And because the NHAI definitely, as you rightly said, that they claim that their patrol cars are there and then ambulances can be summoned at very short notice. And why this remain unattended for so much a long time? This is really very shocking, and it needs a very deep probe and a detailed probe about the action, why it was not taken by the authorities, NHAI particularly, and the police also. Because during this time, at this time, that the police ambulance can also be summoned at the spot, and then the other equipments which can be pressed into the service for removing the dead body from the car. And they were not maybe initially they were not dead body, but because 8 hours they remained in that situation, might have been loss of very huge amount of blood from them, and they might have been they died in this sad incident. But definitely there has been a very quick response of this system, quick response of the authorities and the services that are claimed to be on the highway, then definitely these 2 lives could have been saved. But now let us see what is the investigations comes out about this, and what was the reason of so much delay of taking out these persons from the car.
Sir, but I want to ask you, what is the way forward from here? Because on paper, we have the highway patrols, we also have local police unit patrols, but this remains on paper. That couple was left stranded, so bleeding for hours, and obviously what the family is pointing out is correct. There is apathy from the government and from the public as well, because a lot of people actually passed by that car and nobody came forward to help. So how do we go ahead from this kind of a situation, sir, when everything there is on paper?
Yes, definitely these instructions, according to this case, if it is true, then definitely the instructions are only in paper. But more particularly, if I want to say that public generally avoid involving themselves into such incidents, because they only become the spectators and making movies, videos, and just to place on the social media. That's their purpose. They don't care about the life of the persons who are trapped in such type of incidents. But definitely that I also, not only me, I think everybody must be having high eyebrows that why 8 hours took place to all these things. But it will reveal during only the investigation and detailed inquiry as to what happened, that it took so much of a long time to take out these persons from the trapped car. So let us wait and watch, and the system and administration and NHAI authorities definitely are answerable for all this apathy on their part.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. We are shifting